I'm Ben Brown with MoreThanGuitar.com, and today we're going to talk about common yet strange guitar terms. Now, you might hear guitarists talking amongst themselves, or perhaps your teacher has spoken to you, as I have several of my students, and said something that sounded sensible until you tried it, and then they said, no, that's all wrong. One of those common misconceptions we have is up versus down. Now, when we say move your hand up the neck, what a guitar player means is this way. Now, to any rational individual who has experienced gravity in their life, you know that up would be this direction, which opposing gravity. Well, what we're talking about is raising the pitch. And so we say up the neck instead of down. And so, of course, this is down the neck because we're playing lower notes. Another common misconception is when we say put your finger on the fret. Please play the third string on the fifth fret. Any rational human being, of course, would think that you meant to take this finger and put it on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, fifth fret, third string. Well, that doesn't sound very good now, does it? What we actually mean is for you to put it just behind, stopping the string's vibration on the fifth fret. Not putting your finger directly on it, but rather just stopping the sound, the vibration. And again, that's how we change the pitch. And indeed, there's a sweet spot that's exactly the right distance from the fret that works best, which we'll talk about later. Now, another thing you might have heard guitarists talk about is flat or sharp. Usually in reference to how tight the string is. Now, we don't say tighten it or loosen it or righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. In some situations, like on my acoustic where I have tuning keys on both the top and the bottom of the head, thinking of it as tightening or loosening doesn't make as much difference because we're going by the sound. In other words, the flatness or the being beneath the pitch, or loose, the string is too loose to be on pitch, or sharpness, or rather being above the pitch, remember the higher part, or the string being tighter. And so when we say you're sharp, we mean you should loosen the string and drop it down, and when you're flat, you should tighten the string and bring it up. But what that really amounts to is you need to be thinking higher or lower pitch while you're turning the tuning keys. And that way you don't have to worry about which way you tune it, just you've got a 50-50 chance, so you're either tuning them higher or lower, or sharper or flatter. Another interesting term that you might hear some older guitarists use is they will refer to this as a flat top rather than acoustic. Now, this is fine, but it dates back to when most of your electric guitars were arch tops or had a rounded shape to the soundboard, whereas, of course, mine is flat, hence the name flat top. So if someone asks to see your flat top, they're not asking for a picture of you when you used to experiment with 50s haircut styles, but rather to play your acoustic guitar. Last but not least, in this particular video, the nut. This is the nut, this white piece of plastic, the upper part of the strings. Why it's not called the upper bridge or the, I don't know, any other numbers. Why is it a nut? I don't get it. This is Ben Brown with MoreThanGuitar.com, and this has been Common Yet Strange Guitar Terms. Thank you for watching.